Guys, it's been a while since we've done one of these. So, just to get into it, I just deleted everything that we've done so far, and we've probably been going for about an hour now. So let's start fresh and get through this. I recently made a post on Instagram and Reddit about how it's been my 6 months of yo-yoing, and there was some interest in some of the combos that I had in there. So I figured I'd make a video. Since most of it was original, I figured I'd go ahead and make a video to show what it is. As you can notice, this is a different bedroom. I've moved recently, and we're getting everything settled in. Normally, I'd have my little brother here to help out with the camera. He's no longer here. He's not dead, he's just not here. So, this is it. This is where the magic happens. And, yeah, so let's get into it. A couple things before we get started. A couple tricks that you might want to know that could help you understand the nuances of certain parts of this is the turbo repeater, which most people know. If you don't know it, it's a good one to have in your arsenal of tricks. Aside from the turbo repeater, a couple good ones that are good to have a handle down on is that second hop in Koujibo from 1.5 to double or nothing. And I basically mesh that with a kamikaze. I'll get into that down the video, but it basically comes out like that. The finished combo is going to look like this. Now you want to start with a double or nothing. Now what you're going to do, just like in the beginning of Cold Fusion, you're going to hop up into that first string that is farthest from you over your throw hand. Take your throw hand and come under your non-throw hand, and again up into that far string. You're going to take this and just unwrap it. Now since this goes from a double or nothing back into a double or nothing, that makes this a repeater. And repeaters are always fun. So there you go. That's a freebie. Now here's where it's inspired by the turbo repeater, but where the turbo repeater starts in the 1.5 mount, we're going to start from the double or nothing mount. And what you do, you come up into the top string and over your non-throw hand. You're going to do an underpass. Now to get this next part, it helps to hold your hand, your throw hand facing you. And you're going to come around in front of it, point back out, and it's going to land you on a kamikaze. If anything up until this point has been difficult or hard to follow, strap in, because this is where it gets bad. Starting from our kamikaze, you want to come up and over your non-throw hand and use the momentum to come up and over your throw hand. Now as you do this, you're going to let this front string off of your pointer finger. Just let it fall. Don't catch it like that. It's going to come up and over. Let that drop. I find that it's useful once you go for the swing around drop. It helps to spread your hands away from each other. And just to show you that, you're going to start from your kamikaze. You want to come up over, spread. Because otherwise it will try to bind. You don't want that. Now this next part is the real bugger. We've got coming around, drop that. Now you're going to swing it back over. And you're going to come over again. But as you do that, you're going to replace your pointer finger with your thumb. And yes, you want it to do that wraparound. That as you're bringing it over. Like that. You want to try and keep the tension in the string because that's going to help keep it from binding. Right there in that swing over part. The swing over part is where it really wants to come off. So you got to follow it up and over like that. This is where we're going to do that Koujibo kamikaze. You're going to pop that up into that. Now, let me try and break that down a bit better. You start off how you normally would a kamikaze. Wrap around your thumb, and it's going to come up and over. Now, in a normal kamikaze, you would come back over this pointer finger, land on that sucker, and that's where you got that. But this is the second part of kamikaze, or this is the second part of Kwijibo as well. So, come up and go into a 1.5 on this hand while your thumb is out there. Come up and over, come up and over, and you're in the same mount that is right there. It's the same mount. What you're going to do is, as you pop it up, you're going to bring your pointer finger on this hand over to catch that string that is coming directly off of the yo-yo. And what you want to wind up doing, you want to catch it in there. Now you've got these 2 bottom strings. I really hope that you can see this. You want to make the... Alright. Here's a bottom string, and this is on the bottom of your pointer. You want to make an X out of them. And that X is where you want to land your yo-yo. And then just drop your non-throw thumb, and you're in a kamikaze. I think YouTube on computers has a slowdown function. I don't have a computer, so this is just hearsay. But that'll help. You want to pop it up. That's the front string. You also want to land it on the back string. It helps if you take your middle finger point out and bring your pointer finger back in, and that'll give you that X that I was talking about. Where here, I'm just gonna stop that. That's the X right there, and this string is coming up and over your pointer finger and the top of your thumb. That's closest towards you. This X right here, see the yo-yo? It's right there. That X is where you want to land. So from there, just take it, hop it up, land in that X, and you're in your kamikaze, which pretty much wraps that up. Questions, comments, anything, please leave them. Let me know what you think. If you want to see more of these, if you want to see less of these, let me know.